Welcome to part 2. Part 2 is dollar index and its components, and of course USD INR. Dollar index and what are the three components we discussed? Euro versus USD, GBP versus USD, and third component is USD versus JPY, Japanese yen. And lastly, USD INR, though it is not part of the dollar index. First the rates as always, then we go into the discussion part of it. Dollar index closed at 102.689, 0.8% up this week, while Euro versus USD closed at 1.0944, flat, 0.6% down. GBP versus USD 1.2694, 0.4% down, while USD-JPY moved up by 2.3% and closed at 144.96. USD moved against INR and closed at 82.870, 0.2% up. In this month, so far it is 1%, 0.4, very flat, okay, excepting USD-JPY, which is up by 2%. So overall USD-INR for this year is 0.3% down. Now let's go to the analysis part of it. In the weekly, if you recollect, last week it formed a solid green candle. The dollar index first, of course, as always, dollar index and Euro USD, GBP USD will move in the opposite direction, right? So it formed a dollar index, formed a solid green candle and managed to close above the 100-week moving average. Now the only resistance that it has is the 50-week, which is well above. If you recollect, I had said that the 200-week, which is at 98, is acting as a fantastic support for dollar index and it will not go below that. Because it has gone that way in the weekly and in the monthly chart, till now it has formed a solid green candle. It is just near the Bollinger middle band and exponential moving average. In the daily chart, it is going up significantly. Particularly on Thursday, it formed a long leg doji, meaning that at lower level there is strong pressure that is coming in, buying pressure, and bulls are taking control at the lower levels. When we analyze the Euro USD and GBP USD, we will see that together because it moves in tandem opposite to that of dollar index. So if you see that it formed a solid red candle, last week it formed a doji, after which it opened a gap down and it formed a red candle, and it is now the only thing is up is the 200-week moving average for both GBP USD, and it has formed reversal. If you recollect 3 weeks back above the Bollinger upper band, thereafter it is drifting down. In the monthly chart, as always, the 50, 100 and 200 month moving average is acting as a very good resistance for all these three indices, which is why it is not able to go up, while USD is moving up significantly against the Japanese yen. The Japanese yen, what happened? It formed last week, it formed a shooting star type of a candle, but it didn't close below the exponential moving average. We said that that is a continuation pattern. That is what precisely it happened. It formed a solid green candle and continues its upward trend. It is just within striking distance of the recent highs that it formed at 148.08. So that is going to be taken out anytime. In the monthly chart, till now it has formed a solid green candle, and the way it is there, I will not be surprised if it closes near 149 above that levels for the end of this month, because it is supported in the daily chart. It's beautifully rising up. So the Bollinger bands are also going up. So now lastly we come to USD INR. USD INR in the weekly chart, it formed a spinning top. It's now near touching the Bollinger upper band. The bands are moving in narrow. If you recollect, I have always said that when bands are moving in parallel and it is narrowing, it is called band squeeze. If that happens, it is a delight. The breakout is going to happen in any one direction, and the breakout, if it most likely will happen in the upward direction. When we analyze the monthly chart, I have said that it formed a solid green candle, but from the higher levels it could not sustain 83 point, the high it formed in this year. It came down, but still it is well above the exponential moving average, and in the daily chart it is now decisively above all the moving averages. Hence, from these levels, it can, once it takes out 2022 close, it's going to go up, run away. If it is suppose not able to take it out and close around these levels, now we are August, another 4 months, you can take it for granted in 2024 we will lose at least 5 to 10% easily. That's what is going to happen. We end this part 2. In part 3 we will be discussing about US 10-year treasury yield and Brent and MX. Thank you.